For more information on today's program, contact Erica Taylor Montgomery at threegirlsmedia.com. Now, back to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy on the Bay Area's business leader, AM 1220 KDOW.
Welcome back to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy on 1220 AM KDOW, the Wall Street Business Network. You can visit us online to read blog posts from our guests with additional tips about our topics. And you can find us online at punchmarketing.biz. That's punchmarketing.biz. And you'll also find there the archives of all of our past shows. Today's topic is how to use online PR to promote your company. And our guest is Carrie Phillips of the Content Factory. You can find Carrie's business online at contentfac.com. That's contentfac.com. So, Carrie, let's talk a little bit about social media and how that impacts your public relations efforts.
I actually have a really cool case study for that.
Terrific.
One of our clients, we've been trying to get them everywhere. You know, it's just like every other client. And we have found that when you approach certain editors, certain writers, and even certain just publications via Twitter or via Facebook, they're more likely to get back to you sometimes than if you were to send them an email or pick up a phone and call them. And that is the case with Cosmo Magazine. So you'd be surprised at what kind of placement you're able to get when you just at somebody on Twitter and say, hey, I don't know if you've seen this blog post, but I think that you might be really interested in covering this story. Or, hey, I just read this great article that you wrote. Here's some more information about that in case you decide to do a follow-up. Those kinds of things have been very effective in terms of journalist outreach via Twitter in particular. Facebook's a little trickier. It's a different format. But Twitter is just fantastic for PR, and I think that more small business owners, if they knew how to properly utilize it, would see the same kind of results that we have from Twitter in particular.
And how do you suggest about finding different editors and reporters on Twitter?
You know, if you were to Google lists of journalists on Twitter, there are dozens of blog posts that have it broken down by publication, by writers versus editors, by industry even, that the publications cover. So some quick Googling can really you can find all kinds of contact information.
That's fantastic. And so you literally just Google, for example, travel writers on Google or business writers on Google or something to that effect?
Yes, and if you just get in the habit of, if you read a good article and it's based on your industry or they're covering your industry, do a quick Google search for the author's name and Twitter account and get in the habit of following those people and maybe add them to a list. Lists they're great for catching the eyes of people. So for instance, we have a Twitter list at the Content Factory called Women Worth Knowing. And it's just a list of women in business that we really admire, that we like what they do. And so whenever we add a lady to that list, she gets a nice little email that says, you've been added to the list, the Content Factory's list of women worth knowing. And that's kind of a nice little ego boost for them. It's a great way to get our business name in their inbox in a way that's not self-promotional or spammy. And I think that maintaining those types of relationships on Twitter and also on Facebook, go like their page, try to become friends with them on Facebook if you've talked to them before. If they have a page, add them to your page's favorites list. All of these things are ways that you can kind of drip on these journalists and make them aware that you're there, you're not going anywhere. Oh, hey, I liked your Facebook post. Let me retweet that tweet that you just sent out. It was really fabulous. There are a variety of ways that you can consistently get yourself in front of the right kinds of people without becoming a pest.
Fantastic. And how do you go about finding different editors and reporters on Facebook? Is it the same thing, as simple as a Google search?
Usually Facebook is a little bit different. I tend to be a little more hands-off with Facebook because, like I said, it's a different format. So if a journalist emails me and we go back and forth, I always go and send them a friend request on Facebook. But until I've had some sort of one-on-one conversation with them, I don't take that step, but I'll follow them on Twitter in a heartbeat.
Got it. All right. So let's talk a little bit about blogging and how blogging can help your public relations efforts.
Absolutely. So one of the first things that journalists do is check out your site. And when they check out your site, they're going to check out your blog usually. And that's an opportunity to show your expertise. That's an opportunity to show you know what you're talking about, and you can present information in a way that's easy to follow, easy to digest. And if you're playing your cards right, it's also a little bit entertaining. And that's really, in addition to, of course, all of the great SEO things that come along with blogging that can help raise your profile. So for instance, we have written blogs for ourselves and also for clients that are number one in Google search results for certain keyword phrase searches. And when you're ranking number one, people are seeing you. And if you show your expertise, they're coming back and they're sharing those articles. So really, blogging works a lot with social media, and social media is now a significant part of search engine algorithms. And so as your page gets shared more, it's more likely to increase in those Google results pages, and more people are likely to see it, more people are likely to share it. It's kind of like a circle of life thing.
Got it. And, blogging, like you said, Carrie, is so critically important. And I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to blog on a consistent basis. Yeah. And it even really helps to post on the same day of the week and the same time of day, because that will help your search engine optimization. You can actually train the search engine spiders to come back to your site at those regular intervals if you get really consistent about your posting. And at an absolute minimum, you should be posting once a week. But I cannot emphasize enough that there's no such thing as too much blog posting. At Three Girls Media and Marketing, we blog 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and it's done amazing things for our SEO and driving traffic to our website. So blogging is critically important. We're talking about how to use online PR to promote your company. Our guest is Carrie DePhillips of The Content Factory, and you can find Carrie's business online at contentfac.com. That's contentfac.com. When we come back from the break, we're going to talk a little bit about how you can maximize your 15 minutes of fame once you get some media coverage. I'm your host, Erica Taylor Montgomery. You're listening to Punch Media and Marketing Made Easy, and we'll be right back.